Hello guys, today we're going to present the reading book The Lorax. The Lorax begins with a young boy traveling to a dark and lifeless place called the Street of the Lifting Lorax. Curious about the strange place, he meets the mysterious counselor who lives alone in an old building. The counselor agrees to tell the boy the story of the Lorax and explain how a beautiful paradise turned into a polluted and empty land. He hopes the boy will understand the importance of protecting nature.
The Wansler remembered that many years ago, the valley was full of colorful, truffulous trees that stretched for miles. The air was fresh, the ponds were clean, and the sky was bright. Many animals lived happily there. The brown barbalots played under the trees while eating truffula fruit. The swans filled the sky with beautiful songs, and the human fish swam peacefully in the crystal clear water. Everything in the forest exists in perfect balance.
Looking for a way to become successful, the counselors noticed the soft stuff on the truffle trees and believed they could be used to create something valuable. He cut down his first strip and finished a product called a knit, which could be used for many different purposes. Immediately after cutting the tree, the Lorax appeared. He introduced himself by saying, I speak for the trees because the trees could not defend themselves. The Lorax warned the counselors that his actions will hurt the environment if he continued cutting down the forest.
At first, the counselor ignored the Lorax warnings because he believed they had nothing wrong. When customers bought his first knit, he became excited and saw a great opportunity to make money. He quickly built a factory and invited his relative to help him to produce more knit. The demand for the products grew rapidly and the counselor became richer while the number of truffula trees became smaller every day.
As the business expanded, the Wansler wanted to produce knit faster. He invented a powerful machine called the Super X Hacker, which couldn't cut down several truffle trees at once. His factory became larger, more workers arrived, and hundreds of trees disappeared. Although the Lorax continued reminding him that the forest needed protections, the Wansler cared more about increasing productions and earning more money than about preserving nature.
The destruction of the forest soon caused serious problems for the animals. The brown barb nuts depend on truffle fruit for food. But as the tree disappeared, they had nothing left to eat. The Lorax sadly explained that they could not longer stay because they were becoming weak and hungry. With great sadness, he helped them leave the forest in search of another home where they could survive.
The growing factory also created terrible pollution. Thick smoke filled the air, making it difficult for the swan to breathe or sing their beautiful songs. At the same time, the factory dumped dirty waste into the ponds, polluting the water where the human fish lives. Because of the contaminated environment, both the birds and the fish were forced to leave. The forest, once full of life, slowly became silent and empty.
Even after seeing the suffering of the animals and the destruction around him, the Wansler refused to stop. He believed that business had to continue growing no matter what happened to the environment. Finally, the workers cut down the very last truffula tree. Without any tree left, there were no more materials to make knits. The factory closed, the machine stopped, and the Wansler lost everything he has built because of his own greed.
After the last tree was gone, the Lorax looked at the Onslers with sadness but did not speak. Instead, he slowly lifted himself into the sky and disappeared forever, leaving behind only a small pile of stones with one simple word writing on it, unless. For many years, the Onslers lives alone, thinking about his mistake and realizing that he had destroyed a beautiful ecosystem because he cared more about money than about responsibility.
At the end of the story, the Wansler gives the young boy the last truthful seed. He explains that the word Wansler means that nothing will improve unless someone truly cares enough to make difference. He asks the boy to plant the seed, protect the new tree, and help to rebuild the forest. The story finishes with a powerful message of hope, teaching readers that every person has the ability and the responsibility to care for nature, prevent pollution, and protect the environment for future generations. Thank you guys, this is the end of the story.